Good afternoon and welcome to the Western Province Cricket Club. Game 3 of the day. Masagamy against Heritage Cricketers from Bangladesh. It is quarterfinals day. I have in the commentary box with me the legend Warren Dugmore, who was my childhood hero. Good afternoon, Warren.
Afternoon, Ross. It's wonderful. It's wonderful to be here today. Thank you for that introduction. I'm not sure about childhood hero. You're the one that actually taught me how to spin the ball. So but it's really nice to be here, and looking forward to this game.
This should be a cracker of a game. We've had 2 quarterfinals already this morning. The CPI Challengers from Bloemfontein beating the Black Eagles from London, and the Dhaka Warriors from Bangladesh overcoming the Rebels from Johannesburg. So Masagamy carry a big reputational. They are the number 1 team in the world. So Heritage Cricketers are a quality outfit. They're a well-balanced team. I
was lucky enough to watch them a couple of days ago, and they're a very nice, very strong team as well from Johannesburg. So it'll be good to see them in action again. Some good players, some youngsters, some really good bowlers, and some batters that tonk it a long way.
So Waka, I haven't seen you for a few years. I'm obviously based in London. How's your cricketing? You still playing in the over 40s old age team?
Yeah, we're still trying to give it a little bit of a go. You know, the body's not like it used to be, so we don't really stretch too much and have a lot of warm-ups, but we just jump on the field and play some fun stuff. But yeah, the over 40s league is in full swing in Johannesburg and also in and around these areas as well. So yeah, it's all good fun, and the odd Oppenheimer game. So we're enjoying cricket for now, but we'll carry on as long as the body holds up.
We played at Rao back in the day. How long was your Rao career?
I think my cricket career was probably 13 years, but my studying career might have been 24 years. So we made it through okay. But no, yeah, lots of great memories with you, Roscoe, and a few other boys that are in the background here at running the World Champs and the whole LMS setup.
So we are at the last man stands World Champs, down to quarterfinals now. There have been 36 teams here this week, all from around the world. Tomorrow is the grand final day with 2 semi-finals in the morning, followed by the final 2 p.m. The balcony promises to be packed with all the teams knocked out. It's a hot day here in Cape Town. Windy. The wind has played a part so far, with the teams deciding which ends to start the innings from.
Yeah, and I think exactly to that point, the wind plays a huge role here in Cape Town. The southeaster, which I think it is blowing, being from Joburg, I'm not exactly sure which way it is blowing, but I think it is the southeaster, and it's really key to get your fielders in the right position and the bowlers to bowl from a certain end, so that the batters will be hitting you into the wind, and less boundaries will obviously be happening then. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. Some quality players on both sides, like we said, and I see Masagamy are running into the field.
The other afternoon, Waka, you were here on the balcony having a few beverages. This Masagamy team was playing. You seemed pretty impressed with the balance of the team.
Yeah, there's a lot of good players, a lot of young players, like I mentioned, and some really nice bowlers who change it up a lot of slow balls, some really nice spinners who bowl the quicker ones, some arm balls, and they mix things up a lot as well, and some really fantastic fielders. Guys took some great catches, and like I said, on the batting side, guys that really give it a good tonk. There was some cars that were getting bruised by some balls landing on their roofs, and some of the roofs here at Western Province Cricket Club as well. So a nice game to look forward to.
Okay, so we're moments away from the 3rd quarterfinal here at the Wally Wilson Oval. Masagamy Warriors ranked number 1 in the world versus the Heritage Cricketers from Bangladesh, who are number 41 in the world. The winner of this game will play the CPI Challengers from Bloemfontein. So we'll just wait for the live score to update, and we'll get underway. So Masegamy, 387 games at a win ratio of 59%. A quick signal there to start. Justin Campbell, left-arm spinner, opening the bowling.
Good start by the left-arm spinner, turning it as much as Ross Kaywood used to do back in his day.
Yeah,
they are off the mark.
I used to give the opposition a good start with my pies. Ooh, it's well bowled.
It's a big appeal as well. I think there was some bat there.
So, Wak, could you talk me through who's in the Old Heads over 40 team that you captain?
So we've got a nice revamped Old Heads team. Andrew Locke, the Old Heads legend, is captaining our side. We've got a wide ball. We have to bowl that one again. Mike Ritchie, I think he's about 75 now, so he's still playing for us. Nice to see him doing that sort of thing as well.
Ooh, swing and a miss there by Ronnie. He is the Heritage Cricketers captain. He's a very famous in terms of the LMS tours. He's been to all the international tournaments. Well bowled there by Justin Gamble. Asking the question. Quasi, the umpire, not interested.
Very close, that one. Ooh, possibly slipping down leg side. Not a huge amount of turn.
So interestingly, Masegamy must have lost the toss because they always bat first. Oh, he's just dragged it down. Dispatch to
in the air.
Cow corner, but didn't get any of it. So they'll just get through for a single.
That's the end of the first over. Heritage 5 for none. Yeah, so we're getting back to that Old Heads side. We've got guys like Xander de Bruin still working his art there. Garth Flint was part of it. He's just moved down to Cape Town, so unfortunately he's not part of it anymore, but he's pretty much like the mayor in Cape Town at the moment. He knows everyone and has friends everywhere. Matthew Harris, another one. So yeah, really nice.
That's awesome.
Bunch of cricketers.
So looks like your mate Johan Freeze opening the bowling here.
That's correct. Johan Freeze is going to hit the deck nice and hard here. A skiddy bowler.
That's leading edge. It's a man down there. Oh, JG Odonoff misjudged it. He's dropped it.
Chance of a run at the other end. Just misses.
It went pretty high. Not sure he picked it up early enough.
Yeah, it went straight into the sun. As you can see here, huge top edge. And that's gone straight into the wind. And I think what's happened, he's misjudged it slightly here as the ball almost flew away from him at the end, going into that southeaster that was blowing.
So the Heritage Cricketers have made their intentions clear. They're going to swing from the hip, ball one. A cash on strike again.
Another chance.
It's cleared the man over, points, 1 bounce 4.
I think he's not sure where to stand now.
It's pretty frustrating as a fielding captain when your man's in no man's land and the ball flies over his head for 1 bounce 4.
You rather just want to turn around and signal 6. You don't want to signal 4. There's nothing worse. So Jan Free will get back at it now. He gave him a little bit of a glare, that delivery.
Ooh, it's
beautifully
well
bowled
there.
Good bit of shape. Nice away swing.
So, okay, you don't think you've played Last Man Stands ages ago for the relaunch. Have you been pretty impressed with what you've seen this week?
Yeah, I think this is unbelievable to come and spend some time down here. Yeah, no, umpire keeps his arms down, straight over middle stump as well. Yeah, so I think what you guys are doing here in terms of Last Man Stands and this worldwide setup is fantastic. And as a venue and as the grounds that we play on, you really can't get much better. But I think what everyone's done to grow cricket and grow this brand of cricket is fantastic.
Okay, so Akash on strike. He's 6 off 6. Also bowled by Jan Free.
Yeah, that seems like the length to bowl, just back of a length. Not very happy. Finishes that over, but he only went for 4 runs there, and Heritage are now 9 for none of 2 overs.
So just given the scores, the first 2 games, 137 was defended in the first game. In the second game, the Dhaka Warriors chased down 137 in the last over. So par is around 150, 160, we think.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, Roscoe, what is, so you say par is generally about 150, 160, and 160 a winning score generally on this field?
Generally, yeah. It is obviously big boundaries. Obviously the wind comes into play. Normally the batting teams would want to target the shorter side of the boundary in the second 10 overs. This is big Gerry Klutter, left arm seamer into the attack. He's had a good week. He's bowled with economy, bowled pretty, got a few wickets. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's got a bit of Marco Jansen to him, I think.
Yeah.
Look at him for the first time. There's a couple of celebrity lookalikes here. We'll point them out to you when we do see them.
Did you get to watch any of the cricket this morning in Brisbane? 2 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, we were sleeping a little bit more, so they're pushing for 1. It's just going to be 1.
Okay, so
yeah, we did. I watched a little bit this morning. Did you get up and watch much? Did you do the 3 till 3:30 stint?
Yeah. I'm more of a just check cricket for when I woke up. I saw the Aussies are 10 runs behind, 5 wickets in hand. It's a swing and a miss there by Ronnie.
Yeah, another one nicely bowled. Just pushing that across from the right-hander.
Oh, nearly
didn't exactly hold back there.
Edge on that.
The field setup, there's a nice gap over extra cover. So it's been he's looking at going.
Slapped it out too. Straight to JG on and off on the point boundary. It's a fantastic catch there. Went like a tracer bullet.
Yeah, nicely played. Perfectly positioned for that one. Low and hard. And I think he'll be very happy with himself for taking a catch there, making up for the other one that popped over his head and the one that he dropped. It's a really nice catch.
So it's the first wicket down for the Heritage cricketers. It's been a tight last couple of overs from the Masegamy. If you look at their last 10 balls, it's just a lot of dots, a few singles. So as you wait for the new batsmen to come in. Sorry, Warren.
Sorry, Roscoe. And that's the key. I think there's a lot of dots. Batters are going to play some big shots. And if your fielders are in the correct positions, there's going to be a lot of catches taken here. So dot balls generally brings some sort of pressure, and there we saw the result of that, a wicket.
So the new man in is Mohammad Tarek Aziz. Good looking shots out just to extra cover, just for a single. JG Ardenhoff is quick around the outfield.
Yeah, beautifully bowled there again by Gerry Klutter. Angling that across the right-hander, and it's difficult to score leg side with him bowling it that wide. So nicely bowled. A good over.
So the new bowler is Marco van Booyen. Smooth action, generated quite a lot of pace this week. He's probably one of the quicker bowlers here at the tournament. So the Masegamy will be happy with the start. It's just 13 from the first 15 balls.
Flicks that to leg side for 1. Down to fine leg. So again, we'll see what sort of shape he gets with the wind blowing across the wicket from left to right. as you see it now. And I think the batters will definitely be eyeing out that leg side, hitting with the wind.
So for our viewers, just to update you on what's happening here, this is the quarterfinal. The last man stands world champs with the Masegamy from Johannesburg against the Heritage Cricketers from Bangladesh. With the grand final tomorrow, semi-finals and final tomorrow afternoon. It's been 36 teams here from all around the world this week. Now we're down to the last 8. With me in the commentary box I have the legend Warren Dugmore, former first-class cricketer who played for the Lions, if I'm not mistaken, from around 2004 to 2007.
Yeah, somewhere around there. I think it was 99 to 2003 odd, but a long time ago already now.
I was always following your stats on Cricket Info from London. It's great to see you get your chance there. Oh, it's a
magical catch.
Unbelievable catch there on the car quarter boundary. The batter's just clipped it. Diving catch.
That's by the old man in the team, Johan Fourie. Just turned 40.
What an athlete.
Fantastic catch.
Okay, so Heritage Cricket is in a bit of trouble here. 2 down now.
Yeah, moved very well. Great low catch to his right. And like I said, the batters will be eyeing that area, hitting it with the wind. And Marco van Biljon picks up his first wicket of the over. Heritage Cricket is losing their second for 16. So they're going to have to get going a little here. I know a couple of wickets have fallen. They've been under some pressure with some of the dot balls. The batters need to get themselves in and then really push those 1s and 2s with the odd boundary. The next batter is Shakil Haider.
He's had a great week. He's had a few 50s. He's a quality batsman. Well organised technique he has. His team's going to need a big knock. It's a fantastic catch, as we see from Jan Fourie. Even had the presence of mind to look for the double play. The double play rule, Warren, is 2 batsmen can be out with 1 ball. If the non-striker is not at the non-striker's end when the batsman is caught, then he can be run out.
Good start, just outside off, pushes that to the cover point region for 1. So Shakil Haider's off the mark. And another good over for Masegamy. Marco van Biljon's over, going for just 4 with a wicket.
So the Heritage Cricketers, I think, are going to be targeting the 150, 160 mark. They do know that this Masegamy is a strong batting lineup. They bat all the way down to 8. As you look at the balcony there, all the fans and teams of flowing into the ground to have a few refreshments and lunch.
Yeah, nicely bowled by Johan Fourie. Just back of a length this time. Seems like it just held up a little bit. Quite hard to score off. Yeah, and I think if anyone's around the Cape Town area to come and pop through, come and watch a couple of the games, definitely tomorrow. Let's flick to the leg side. They're going to push for 2, but I think 1 is going to be enough.
Oof. Marco van Biljon has got a serious arm. Just whips it in from the car corner boundary. I just clipped down the leg side.
Yeah, it's going to be 4.
For 4 runs. A welcome 4 runs for the Heritage cricketers. It has been a cautious start from them.
Not much shape, just fairly straight, drifting onto leg stump, and he's flicked that nicely down to fine leg for 4. Roscoe, your team that you play for in the UK?
So I play for 3 teams.
Oh,
I play for...
You're a master of all 3.
Play for the Wimbledon Barbars on a Wednesday, the Fig Jam London on a Thursday, and Classes Temporary on a Sunday. And we won all of our leagues this year.
Jeez, look.
So we had a good season.
And what does Fig Jam mean?
I'm good, just ask me.
Okay. All right, just wanted to check that quickly.
That's it was a good season, good bunch of mates that we play with every week. Always have a few beers afterwards.
Yeah, I like this length that Johan Free's bowling. Slightly back of a length, a lot harder to score off. And that's the end of his over. So he's gone for 11 in his 2 overs. Heritage now moved to 24 for 2 or 5.
Yep, it's been a tidy starter for the Masegamy. They're one of those teams when once they get on top, they don't release the pressure. They've got a wealth of experience. This team has been building for 3 years. As we look at the balcony, the guys there, camaraderie, having a few beers.
Yeah, the refreshments are definitely flowing.
So Gerrie Klutzer back into the attack.
Yeah, really nicely bowled as well. 2 runs to Shaquille Hayder. Yeah, I think getting back to my point, if anyone's around the Cape Town area, especially tomorrow, come pop in, come and see what's happening down here. It really is something fantastic. I mean, sides from all over the world together playing. Yeah, just turns it onto the leg side for 1. No real fireworks as yet, but you would expect that with being under a bit of pressure. Lost a couple of wickets and some good bowling.
Generally speaking, the teams normally, the first 10 overs they set up the platform, and the last 10 they put their foot on the gas. These guys do bat deep, so well bowled by Gerrie Klutzer.
Yeah, nicely bowled.
It's always good. It's always difficult to get a quality left arm seamer away with the angles that they hit.
Yeah, especially shaping back in like those 2 have to the right-hander. Good shot down the ground for 1. Yeah, it's important, like we mentioned, it's important to have a really good batting side, bowling side, but the fielders have to put up their hands in the field as well. And taking those catches that can turn some matches around can really help a side.
The ideal scenario for teams is when one of the openers or 2 of the openers get their 50 and they're back in their hut, and then that gives the guys coming in license to go big from ball 1, because once the 7th wicket falls, if you've retired, you come back in and bat. There's been 100 this week. It was a guy from the Kamikaze Bumblebees. They're a local team in Cape Town. He smashed 100 off 29 balls.
Jeez.
With 10 sixes, and hit the last. He went to his 100 off the last ball. He hit the last ball of the innings for 6, which counts as 12. It's called the home run.
Unbelievable.
So 6 overs done. Score is 30 for 2. Aziz not out, 10 off 8. Shaquille Hayder 8 off 7.
Yeah, I'm seeing projected score there is 100, so they'll need to get that up.
Just well bowled by Marco van Biljoen. So
good bit of swing there from Marco. He's got a bit of Chris Morris about him.
He does.
and I believe he can bat a little bit as well.
Yeah, he's a good player. It hits a long ball. Oh, it's just drifting down leg. It's going to run away for 4. It's 4 wides. So that ball's going to have to be re-bowled. That's 5. If he bowls another wide,
oh, it's gone huge.
The ball won't get re-bowled, but it'll count as 3. Ooh, good looking shot there. Bat straight back to the bowler.
Yeah, no run. And Roscoe, what are some of the regions or countries that LMS is growing the most in? I know you've got a lot of areas where it's booming. But what are the areas?
So it's growing in England. It's growing in all.
Drop that just for one.
The big project next is India. We'll be there in March for a Super Series, which effectively is like an RPL type tournament where cities are sold as teams, and the tournament will be, I think, 24 teams, groups of 4, and each team owner can source sponsorship for his team. So looking forward to that.
Got the backing of AB there as well, which is something massive.
Yep.
AB de Villiers. Now.
Hey, buddy. See you soon.
We're doing half an hour anyway.
So just clipped out to the leg side for a single for 1. Very cautious start this by the Heritage cricketers, but one must feel it is brought about by the quality bowling of the Masagamy. They haven't. One thing about this team, Masegamy, is they haven't been tested this week. They've blown all the teams away that have been put in front of them. So one feels once they get into a pressure situation, things could change. It's the big man, Peter Boyson.
Yeah, I think you're right, and it always comes down, as we know, as South Africans, we've been let down a couple of times, but it comes down to these knockout games where you really got to make it count. So I'm sure they'll be hoping that they can just take it through all the way. If they do play like they have been, they should get there.
So Shakil Hayder on strike. Starts with a wide. Umpire Quasi signalling to the scorers. That's a wide. These umpires this week have been fantastic. They've done a great job. Ooh, just delicate little dab down to third man. Ooh.
Fumble just like a hot potato down there with thorns on it.
So Justin Gamble.
But he got it up.
So Warren, how's your golf going?
Yeah, our golf's been up and down. It's I've tended to hit off the tee box quite a lot over cover, so I'm trying to work on that just to pull it back. But yeah, golf, I don't play enough golf, but golf's been good. Thank you. Just turns it onto the leg side for one more. Do you get to play much your side?
Yeah, I do. I play
beautiful courses out there.
Yeah, play a few times a month. I'm a very average 18 handicapper, which comes to play some good golf and some bad golf.
Yeah.
So
again, it's to the cover region for one. And Roscoe, how's your chess practice going?
Chess is going really well. I'm ranked 2000th in the world now.
That's okay. It's coming down, so that's good. At least you just practice and do your thing there.
Being away here in beautiful Cape Town, I haven't had much time to practice, but I'll get back into it as soon as I get home.
That's wonderful. I mean, I didn't get to see you at camouflage class the other day, but we hopefully will see you sometime soon.
I can't wait to get back to that, Warren. It's one of my my passions is chess. I also have taken up painting.
Really, that's excellent. It's good to know. I don't think Peter Boyson's taken up any painting when he's out in the field here. He wants to get a wicket for his team.
Well, just drifting down leg. It's another wide. So 8 overs done. 45 for 2. Tarek is not out. 17 off 13. Shakil Hayder 16 off 14. The projected score now at 113. Still not enough. So 2 overs away from the change of ends. Looks like they're going to continue with the big left arm speedster, Gerry Kluter.
Yeah, I think they'll fear Oscar. I mean, you mentioned 150, 160, 160 probably winning score, but I think if they can get themselves somehow to 130, 135, yeah, they'll feel they've got a chance.
Yep. It's a great shot out to extra cover. Ooh, it's good fielding there by...
Good fielding, great fielding.
That's one of the things about LMS is if you've got a good fielding team that can cut off boundaries and cut off twos, it makes it a big difference in the scores you'll be chasing.
Yeah, I don't think these two batters must feel now that they're really nicely in. Ziz is 20 or 15 and Hayder's 16 or 14, so partnership has grown nicely. It seems like on this wicket, if you can take a few balls to get yourself in, the runs tend to flow a little bit easier. Not too many slow balls been used as yet.
Yep. So Warren, you mentioned that you played a few games for the Oppenheimers. Have you been on any? Don't they travel overseas once or twice a year?
Yeah, it's once every 5 or so years. Yeah, so I was lucky enough to go on a away tour recently, about 2 years ago, to India, which was great fun. Played some really nice sides there.
Cut down third man. They're going to get back for 2. It's good running.
There's going to be some overthrows here. No, there won't be. And Roscoe, from your side, you're looking after the UK section and the New Zealand section.
So
okay.
Around London and everything sort of south of London, Southampton, Brighton, Kent, and then in the UK, winter I run the New Zealand League. So yeah, it's I used to spend 6 months of the year in London and 6 months of the year in New Zealand, so an eternal summer.
Beautiful.
It was good fun.
That's how time should be spent.
Yeah. And now I just pop over to New Zealand once a year just to check on things. It's obviously hasn't been allowed to happen with COVID, but now it's all, the world's open again.
And in New Zealand, you haven't bumped into the next president of New Zealand, Grant Elliott, by any chance?
I have a few times. He's a good guy. Had lunch with him a few years ago. It's good to catch up. He's doing pretty well in media now, and I think he does a lot of commentary. He works on the radio, so yeah, he's a legend of a guy. Bittersweet though, he knocking South Africa out of the World Cup in 2015.
That's right. Yeah, he's a lovely man, the hairy Javrin.
Yep, he's affectionately known there as that too.
But some very heart-sore moments that day.
Yeah,
I actually want to burst into tears when I think about it now.
For me, it's, well, I was saying back to bittersweet, it was obviously being a South African, you're disappointed when you see that, but for that, what that World Cup did for cricket in New Zealand, it took it to the next level. The interest was massive. The Last Man Stands team sign-up was massive, so I can thank him for that in a way.
Yeah, you're right.
It's disappointing to see the Proteas finish their T20 World Cup campaign in Australia recently, going down to the Netherlands.
Yeah, very sad. Oh, it's down to the fielder.
Oh, that would have been some serious catching.
That would have been unbelievable.
Hey, it's gone full stretch. Those catches either stick or they don't.
What an effort. He has timed it beautifully. Oh, almost fantastic.
That would have been catch of the tournament. Sure. So,
yeah, and he pretty much saved 4 there.
Absolutely. Oh, swing and a miss by Shaquille Hayder. He's striking at just over 100%. One feels that these two are going to have to play some big innings each to get their team to a defendable target. Loser here goes home. Oh, it cuts away to third man. Has he stopped it? No, he hasn't. It's a good dive by Justin Gamble. So 4 more to the heritage cricketers, the men from Bangladesh. So there's three Bangladesh teams in the last 8. So good chance that one of them will take the trophy home.
Yeah, there's some serious talent in some of these Bangladeshi sides.
Traditionally they play up facing a lot of spin bowling. So when they've been here, the way that they've played the spinners has just been class. So that's 10 overs changeover. Scores 59 after 10.
Yeah, just the 2 wickets down. So Heritage will feel that they need to put their foot down now and get to, like we said, even 135, 140 if possible.
Warren, it's been an absolute pleasure joining you in the commentary. It's going to be Mr. Wayne Grieve.
Sitting next to a legend like you, Ross, is something always special.
Thanks, Warren.
Good afternoon, Waka. Good to join you here.
Well, it was something special sitting next to Ross Kaywood, but to sit next to the big guy Wayne Grieve is something special. Lovely to be here. What a setting.
Ross Kaywood, he said it was a dream come true to commentate with his childhood hero. 2 left-arm spinners. As we watch another left-arm spinner bowl in here. Justin Gamble, just 4 off the 1, first over.
Yeah, they often refer to us as the spin twins, but I was the one that normally they went after. I got hit for 6s and 4s where Ross just fizzed it past the bats and got all the wickets. He's had a full go at that one, possibly 2, but with his fielding side. Oh, backing up.
It's good backing up there, or it was almost good backing up there.
Gone to the other end, and they get 2.
The wicket looks like it's drying up a bit, Warren. It's not as yesterday. It was probably the best to bat on. Scores of 180 weren't enough on some games. What do you think's a good score here, Warren? They got 60 at the halfway stage.
Yeah, so I was having a chat to Roscoe, and he seemed to think that 160 is a winning score. So if the Heritage cricketers can get themselves to 135, 140, I think they're in with a chance here, like you say.
Well, the strength they're bowling.
Their bowling side, but I think they'll probably have some proper spinners in it.
The strength they're bowling, if they can get above 130, they give themselves a chance.
Yeah, I'm going to run 2. Good running. Just good running. Yeah, so I think I'd almost be happy with 135, 140 if I was them. And the wicket does seem to be slowing up nicely. Probably turn a little bit more. Seamers can bowl the odd cutters, slow deliveries. But again, their work will be cut out against this strong Masegamy side.
I'm not aware of who won the toss. I don't know if Ross Coward was able to inform me. Do you know who won the toss here?
I
Maybe
think
get some insight on that.
Masegamy lost the toss. Roscoe was saying that they tend to bat first if they've won.
So maybe the Heritage just feeling with their bowling being their strength and the wicket drying out a bit, they feel that they can get a score on the board and maybe get a few early wickets, put some pressure on the Masegamy lineup.
Yeah, without a doubt. So J.G. Ardendorf is coming into the attack. He's going to bowl his off spin. And the batters are hitting him into the wind here if they're going to go for it over cow corner. So it has to be a really good strike and a really good hit.
And both batsmen just facing 22 deliveries. Strike rate probably needs to pick up in these last 9 overs. They've given themselves a platform.
So Wayne, have you enjoyed as much as you've been very busy, but have you enjoyed your time out here?
Always good to come to Cape Town. Good to, I obviously live in the northwest of England. It's a little bit colder there. It's -6 there.
Yeah, you definitely don't need your scarf here today.
No scarf, no long sleeves. So it's a difference in temperature of about 40 degrees. I'll be there back in England for for Christmas. So I was walking to a shopping centre yesterday. I heard the snow is falling song, but that couldn't be further from the truth.
Aziz pushes it for another single. He moves to 30. Oh, there's a big hit. It's gone straight up. They've got to make some.
I think that should be safe. The umpire's backtrack. Oh! So 3 fielders and the umpire could have caught that. It would be great to get a side-on view. The umpire was in all sorts of trouble there. He didn't know if he should go forward and backwards.
I think the umpire called for it himself. But thank goodness he got out the way.
Have a look at the umpire there, folks. This is a great...
Could have been a huge collision here as well. And unbelievably, the bowler got there first.
The umpire's backtracking.
Like a gazelle.
I think the umpire should have gone forward there.
But a great effort from the bowler to get there. He must have run 50 metres. Oh, he smashed it. 1 bounce, 2 bounces to the fielder from Bullion. Great throw.
I think that should have been the fielder coming in, and the ball was running, sort of drifting away from the bowlers, which makes it even harder.
Yeah, and like I said, it is a difficult. It's a big hit against this wind that's blowing. So you really got to find the gaps.
So look at the draw. We got the number 41 team in the world, Heritage, playing the world number 1 team, Masagamy, tournament favourites. Masagamy well on top here in the first quarter final of the day. The CPI challengers from Bloemfontein overcame the Black Eagles, and we early on saw the Dhaka Warriors, number 5 in the world, overcoming the Rebels, who are number 2 in the world. And we're now watching the third quarter final of the day, and the final game will be Czech Republic versus Glorious Legends from Pakistan.
So I know that game follows this one, is that right?
Yeah, the final one, and then semi-finals will be tomorrow morning.
What time do things kick off here tomorrow morning?
8:30 South African time. And then the final will be starting at 2:15, and that'll finish just before the World Cup final. The football final, that is.
Oh, squeeze that out just behind square leg for 1. Big heave-ho. Yeah, so it gives everyone out there just some time to get nicely warmed up. Rock up here for the first game at 8:15. There's some drinks and refreshments and a few beers on serve.
So it might appear that Masegamy are coasting here, but I do feel if Heritage can find a way to 130, even 125, with a drying out wicket that's been used on Thursday and a very good bowling attack, they might be able to put some pressure on the Masegamy lineup.
Yeah, another single.
So look at the timeline there. It's 1-1, 1-2-1. So there's no boundaries in these last few overs. They need to find a boundary. Then if they've got a left-hander to come, but you'd then tend to think here, Warren, that they have a left-hander. That's what's needed in hitting to the smaller square boundary.
Yeah, exactly that. It's a really good hit here. So you've possibly the switch hit is an option here. There's a big gap behind square. Oh, he's managed to squeeze that down to fine leg. It's going to be a chase for the fielder. He should get there, and they'll pick up 2. It's a good arm in from the fielder. Ross Kaywood was throwing that, it would have bounced 5 times.
So Ardendorf's going to continue.
Oh,
Hit that well with the fielder. The umpire is not going to drop this one. And that's out. And I agree with you, Warren. I think the switch hit is probably, wouldn't say percentage shot, but the risk-reward ratio is probably better than trying to clear it over mid-on.
Yeah, like we've talked about quite often, that the wind is blowing. It's a difficult hit. It's a long hit out that way. And almost a run down and over extra cover are brave shots, but those probably would be the options to look at.
There's a few guys, some of the guys that pack a punch can take on the mid-on. We saw the Dakar Warriors, they had a few guys that were able to hit into the wind, but it's anything that's not 100% timed is out. So Warren, are you still playing any cricket or?
Yeah, so we're still playing. I discussed a brief with Roscoe. We're obviously playing in an over 40s league in Joburg. The over 40s and over 50s league has grown hugely, so they're trying to keep some of the older players like us with sore knees and sore backs and sore nostrils, keep us going a bit. But still playing a little bit in those leagues, which keeps us ticking things over. They're 20-over leagues, and but it's good just to keep playing with some friends, and you play a couple of night games where we can, probably every month or so. But a really nice league and lots of old friends and everyone plays, so it really does make it enjoyable.
Projected score 116. I don't think that'll be enough, but maybe if they can add an extra 10, get it to 125, 130, they'll definitely feel they've got a chance.
Yeah, great shot.
Not a great ball, but it's well put away. Still got to find the gap, and he did that there. So Rutten does fall off one. He's going to say to his non-striker, it's quite easy here.
Yeah, that one was dripping in mayonnaise and tomato sauce, and he smashed that straight to the boundary. Got what it deserved. Good start by Rutten Das. Yeah, nicely bowled.
Now that was better from Ardendorf. Just pushed that one through.
Oh, it's out of the fielder again. He's under it. He won't drop this one.
So Heritage here. Just falling away from them now.
Yeah, Rutten Das tries to smash that one over long off.
I think if he was hitting with the wind, that would probably have cleared the ropes by at least 10-15 meters, but
I just feel that even a little, not even a switch hit, a little lap around the corner. There's a square leg on the boundary, but a little lap around the corner, be it the other way around, is the way to go here.
Definitely coming to Cape Town with the wind conditions here. Teams that are maybe from overseas that are looking to come here next December. Definitely worth working on sort of reverse hits and little things behind the stumps. You need that in the armour because hitting into the wind, and the wind is much stronger than, you get a bit of wind in the northwest of England and Yorkshire, but you don't get too much wind in like this in Australia. So the new batsman, Syed Makamal Ali, Our statistician has just informed us that it's his birthday today. So he'll be hoping to get a few. I'm sure his family's watching back home in Bangladesh. Happy birthday, Syed.
Yeah, happy birthday indeed. They're pushing for 2. Oh, wayward throw.
The Heritage. So that's
lots happening out there.
importance of running the first one hard, even though it's to the best fielder. And I think getting into the wind, that's what you got to do, Warren. You've got to be prepared to just maybe keep a feet on the ground. Try not to hit it too hard. And that was perfectly placed there.
Yeah, as we were discussing, it's a fantastic fielding side, but that is what pressure does.
Oh, he's powered him!
Beauty of a delivery.
The batsman's asking what's happened. And he's very confused about that, but...
Yeah, we'll see in the replays now exactly what happened, but I tend to think it went straight through the gate. Oh no, it's gone from, looks like it's missed the outside edge, just turned beautifully.
Oh, yes. Superbly. Almost worth taking a sort of a leg stump guard, Warren, and to guard about that, and then maybe trying to free up the offside.
Yeah, without a doubt, that's definitely the hitting area. Just create some space for yourself outside that off stump. Or hit it and try to push the ball outside to the offside.
The first game of the day, the CPR challengers from Bloemfontein had a similar situation, and then they lost 2 quick wickets, and they found themselves 101 for 7. I think the last batsman, Tommy Cock, he had a superb innings. Yeah, I think he got 36 on his own, and they ended up getting 135. And that ended up being a winning score. So Heritage need to understand that 160 is not required, Jeff. They can find a way to 120, 125. They will be in the game. Yeah, that's turned, and they've got a few good spinners in their lineup.
Yeah, it's a new batter, SM Tofukil Haq. He's come in, and he's going to have to get bat to ball here. Push the ones, give the strike back to Haider. And it's quite a tricky situation because Haider's got to go for it here, but he also doesn't want to lose his wicket because he's the man in, and he's the key to them getting 135, 140 plus. Yeah, good start. 1 out to long off.
Looks like they bat all the way down here. He looks like, just from watching one delivery, he looks like an accomplished batsman. So Heritage are definitely a team to look at, but they just need to find a way. I think this is this could be tight. Oh my word!
He's got him.
What is going on?
The batters are not very happy with each other at this moment.
Excellent work from the keeper. Keeper just kept his composure.
Yeah, miles out in the end. He really had no chance. It was literally just dropped down 3 or 4 meters from the keeper. And unfortunately, that's another wicket.
Well, that could be very costly. They've got such a good bowling lineup. The Masegamy boys haven't been under pressure. They batted first in all the innings. So just trying to find a way to get some runs on the board. And you never know, in a run chase on a drying out wicket, wind conditions, few early wickets, a few nerves, the tournament favourites, everyone's expecting them to go on to win this competition, and with that, build some pressure.
Okay, well, now we have got a left-hander now. So I think he'll just need to get himself in, face 2-3 balls.
And there's only one delivery left from Gamble.
Oh, lucky not to get some bat on that one.
So that's a great spell from Justin Gamble. So it seems to, the odd one's going through the top here. So they can get 120 and bat their overs out here, even if they go only 5-6 and over. Important thing, they've got to bat their overs. batting 5 overs on your own under the last man stands rule is not easy, especially heading into the wind.
Let's
knock it around for you.
Here we go. Great shot. It should get him 2 quite easily.
You were saying that earlier, Warren, that was probably what was needed a bit early on in the innings. Just any width on offer, just use the face and run it down to third man with the wind, which now brings the field a bit finer at third man, so creates a big gap between third man and extra cover. And there the gap is.
There we go. He's just headed into that gap now. Some good fielding keeps it down to 1. Exactly that, and it keeps the fielders thinking. You know, there's you can't see the breakdown of where the fielders are, but there's a field that's literally just behind square leg, and then third man has gone a bit finer. The same for the left-hander now. So anything behind there, a little lap shot, little sweep, should get them 2, maybe 3, or even 4.
He's given him.
He's given him.
Batsman doesn't look happy.
I think that one's drifted in beautifully and turned as well. Let's have another look at it. Oh,
I think that's a good decision.
Yeah.
Hasn't got much of a stride in there.
And it actually didn't turn as much as I thought it did. It's almost gone onto the armour, but it's a good wicket. Another wicket for Masegamy.
I think Heritage will rue the 2 guys that held out at mid-off and mid-long on behind you that went too early. They just needed to knock it around for bits, and now Shakil Hard is left on his own as the last man standing. And for them to have any hope, he needs to get his 50 here. Obviously, he won't have to retire because there's no one else to come back in. So he'll be batting here.
Yeah, and I think the key there is just to bat the overs out now. Nothing silly. Nothing in the air.
And we saw CPI Challengers, their last man managed to find a way to bat the overs out, and suddenly the bowling team bowled a few wides. He absorbed a bit of pressure, and then the last 2 overs he managed to cash in.
So 2 balls left in the over. J.G. Odendorf got some really good figures there, 3 for 15. That's a great shot. There's the boundary that they needed, and exactly where that we were talking about. Nicely behind square. Well played.
He needs to keep his head here.
Yeah, drifting down leg there made the shot a little bit easier.
There's still 21 deliveries to face. That's a lot of deliveries if he manages to score off half of those.
Oh, great shot over.
That's a superb shot.
He has smashed that. Fantastic shot from Hayder.
So wicket and then 2 fours.
We talked about 1s and 2s and keeping on the ground, but I think he's decided that it's time to go for it.
Yeah, both of those shots weren't too high risk. I think that the danger shot is trying to go over long on or over mid off. And I think the pace coming back on might actually suit him. It gives him a few more scoring options. So I don't know if they've got any more spinners, but anyone who can bowl spin, I'd be looking to try and get spin in here, Warren.
Yeah, I think so. And I think I see Johan Faris coming into the bowling attack now, so I'm sure he will run in and bowl some slow ones,
yeah,
some cutters.
You've actually played some club cricket against, haven't you?
Yeah, so he's also moved. He's just turned 40, so he's also moved into the over 40s league.
So he's a youngster then.
So he's a youngster exactly compared to us grandpas out there. But yeah, he's a really nice player, and I think he really can bowl nicely, and he hits it, like I mentioned, a long way. But he normally will change it up in the latter part of the innings.
So Shakil Hard will be looking for some width here. Try and maybe run it off the face.
Starts with a wide.
And I think Johan Puri knows that the probably the easiest scoring area here is the one that's wide, that allows the batsman to hit between third man and deep extra cover. So he won't want to be given any width, and in that occasion he's just straight run down leg. And this would often can happen if you just bat time. Second wide of the over's worth 3, so you'll be hoping for another wide, yeah.
Yeah, well played by Hyder. As much as he's left that one alone, he's just having a good look, keeping himself on strike.
He's already scored 9 on his own. I think he needs another 20, yeah, just to give them something to bowl at.
Beautifully bowled. A little bit of shape.
So you say Johan, he's just turned 40. He's got 40 on his back. Don't think there's any coincidence.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll have to ask him.
I like that from Shaquille Hyder. It's basically saying to the guys, you're going to have to get me out here. I want to take this deep.
Wayne, just remind us in terms of the last batter out here. Has he got to get back to where he is?
He has to run 2s. That's a good.
So he has to get 2. If he tries to run 1, he'll obviously get run out.
Yeah. There's no
from the striker's end.
Yeah, so he can run 3/4. If he's not going to make it, he goes back, but you get runs.
Yeah, so it's either none or 2.
And there we go. So there's a wide. So that's a second wide. So he's picked up 4 in the over. So that little forward defence from the previous ball. Some people at home might be thinking, what you doing? But some good experience, Jeff. Suddenly he's picked up 12 on his own. So when the last wicket fell, the team was on 89. And the other batsman must be thinking, why didn't we just stay here with him? He's not going to make that.
No. Gets round to the ball very quickly there, so no chance of a 2 that side. So Johan Free going at 5 and over for his 3 overs, 9 for 15. Gerrit Klutter back into the attack. Same field, there's a third man to him. There's a backward point, a long off, a long on, a cow corner, and then the last fielder just backward of square on the boundary.
Again, he's a great bowler, Kluti, but I feel this is maybe, if Shaquille thinks about this, there might be opportunities to get it through the offside. Oh, well bowled.
Beautifully bowled. Ooh,
that's where it's going to be. No, I don't think he can give too much room here with the small boundaries on the offside. I think he wants to try and bowl wicket to wicket.
Yeah, and I think as you mentioned, Shaquille Hyder's looking for that width and wants to hit this one. His strength is hitting over cover. Bowled a short one at him. Not a bad option.
He's a strong arm. He could be out. Oh!
He's dropped it. Yeah, the ball just bouncing before the keeper.
That's
holding
50.
Up.
It's 51 from 42, so well batted, Shaquille Hyder. Normally you'd get a break when you reach this landmark, but you're got no more men in the hut to come. So I think he's going to have to take a few deep breaths there.
It's a good effort. He's holding his team up here. It's a magic 50. 41 balls, as Wayne said.
Gerrit Klutter bowls a heavy ball, right?
Yeah, he skids it through really nicely. Nice and high, nice and tall. And as you can see there, interestingly enough, 43 balls, but you can see just the 3 4s. So he's been running a lot, and it also is indicative of a lot of the wickets falling around him. So he's holding his team up here.
Oh, well, good idea. Well thought out, but they've also got their fielders in the right place here, do Masegamy. They've gone for almost 2 men behind square on the offside. So you would think that the scoring area that he might be able to try and target is the one between backward point and mid-off.
Yeah, a big gap out there.
Oh, and that was his chance. That was definitely the one to get after him.
Yeah, I agree with you. That was sitting up and waiting to be hit perfectly for him. I think he'll be a bit disappointed with that one. All right, 103 for 7, 18 overs, 2 to go.
So remember the last ball of the innings, if you hit it for 6, it's worth 12. So Shaquille Harder should be thinking, I want to try and take this as deep as possible. You never know if that last ball, just the momentum shift.
Big heave-ho.
I think he was looking for a 12 on that delivery.
Maybe a 14. Yeah, I think he's still got to hold himself back a little bit here. I mean, we got 9 balls left. Almost try to get what you can in terms of twos.
There's a big difference here between 115, 120 and being bowled out now.
Oh, another one. Another heave-ho. Just got to hold his shape here. I think he's just losing himself a little bit.
He's tried to hit that over mid-wicket, but again, I think that was outside off stump, and perhaps giving himself room and going to the shorter boundary, maybe getting a thick outside edge between sort of third man and deep backward point, or smashing it through the covers. That's going to be out. Not the right shot option. Fielder's coming round.
Oh, he's got to go. He's got to go.
Oh, and the fielder makes a hash of that.
Oh,
not an easy catch with the the ball just not getting to him in the wind, but I think he needs to rethink his shot options here, does Shaquille Harder.
Yeah, I totally agree. And the fielding here, you've almost got to, it's difficult, so difficult to take those catches. You've almost got to run past the ball because it's going to drift back at you as well. Oh, very brave. Trying to lap that one without a helmet on.
Get a helmet on. I think that's probably more value for money if he gets that shot off, if he pulls it off, because anything on that could be 4 or 6.
Yeah, I think that's a really good option. But like you say, Wayno, you might have a pink ball in your forehead for the rest of your life if you don't have a helmet on.
I don't think if you're going to go for that option, you've got to get the helmet on, because you've got to keep your head still and watch it. But he's trying to get his head away from the ball and not really give himself much of a chance. He's thinking of 2.
Oh, it's a great over from Johan Free. I think it was a maiden.
That's helped his figures.
Yeah, so he's done.
A great spell from Johan Free, just 15 off his 4.
Yeah, good bowling, good areas. So 5 balls to go.
So we said he needs to take it deep. He's taken it deep, but that over, just don't think he probably thought that one through properly. There's a few other options he could have taken, but trying to hit it over long on against Johan Fury is not necessarily the way I would go.
Yeah, bats on ball here. Oh, it could be a no ball. The batsman's looking. He's asking. I'll have another look at it. It was very close, I think.
Yeah. Now he's calling for the gloves. So he got away with that one, did Van Billion?
Yeah, I think so.
Masegamy, a well-balanced outfit. Van Billion's a very good bowler, and they've only needed him for 2 overs, so shows the depth in their lineup here.
He's changed his bat. This might be the heavier willow to tonk it into the southeaster. Yeah, beautifully bowled. Beautifully bowled. He's not going to get any runs there.
And Heritage, the guys in the dugout must be thinking, what have we done? There's always more time than you think, and they'll be ruining the fact that there's been so many dots. It's that 7 or 8 dots in a row now. It's not easy for the last man stands heading into the win against a quality bowling here.
Yeah, it's a good short delivery. his shape a bit there. It's a bit of balance.
He really swung hard at that.
So I said, I think he's got the big willow out. If he'd caught hold of that, it might have landed on Table Mountain.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Probably be rolling down the hill of Table Mountain now as we speak.
Oh.
He's going for 2, but this is going to be out.
Yeah.
Oh, my, the furthest.
He's got to go. He's got to go.
Oh. So there's a bubble from the...
They've missed out there.
So that's 2 more. It's still 14 runs, so just put the... I think they were 89 for 7, so I think he scored 16 on his own here. If he can somehow put the last one over the rope here and get them to 117.
Yeah, I think if you're looking at those, looking at your screen there, the last 10 balls you'll see have gone for 2. There's been 9 dots. So, importantly enough, understandably, you can only run 2. But I think the bat on ball situation is very important here.
What would you, if you were in this position, are you a left-hand batsman, but imagine yourself as a right-hand batsman, where would you be trying to target? Where's your best option for a 6 here or 4?
Yeah, I'd definitely be lapping this one. I mean, I'd have a helmet on, but I'd be lapping this one just to get it done to fine leg.
And that's an outstanding over from Van Burjan. And Heritage, I think, have been their own worst enemy here. They just haven't given themselves a chance to get 130, and I think 130 would have been very competitive here on this wicket. They've got a good bowl in the lineup, but they're going to need early wickets now.
Yeah, I agree, Wayne. I think they're definitely 15, 20 short. But you never know in LMS. There are a couple of quick wickets that Masegamy haven't lost previously early on. Could change the game. So there's the batting card. No real interest from anyone except from Aziz and Haider, who finished on 53 not out. But you'll see that's obviously why the score is as low as it is, 105 for 7. He just needed some partners to stick around with him.
Yeah, I think Ratton Das, he looked good. He had his first ball for 4. And I think when he got out of his third delivery, that's where the game changed. We look at the bowling figures. And all 6 bowlers used, with the economy rate of less than 8, which is outstanding. Who would you say was the pick of the bowlers? Johan Puri, Warren?
Yeah, I think so. I think Johan bowled really nice. He didn't get a wicket, but his economy was very low, and the last over literally was a maiden, so that got him back nicely. But J.J. Ardendorf also picked up 3 wickets. He did go for a little bit more at 7.6, but he bowled really nicely, getting those important wickets.
And Justin Gamble, he bowled an absolute chaffer to get rid of I think this is the number 5 batsman, turned and bounced at the top of the off stump. So there's a bit of spin in this wicket.
Yeah, like you say, I think it's going to come down to the start here. So a couple of quick wickets. The pressure's on. It could be a different game. They've still got to get the runs at 106 to win.
We're going to be taking a short break. We'll be back with you for the run chase. Heritage will be requiring 106 to win, and we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Welcome back to the Wally Wilson Oval here at Western Province Cricket Club. Just about to start the second innings of the game. Heritage Cricketers posting a disappointing 105 off their 20. One feels that Masegamy are cruise through this total to get into the semi-finals tomorrow. We're just waiting for the umpires to make their way to the middle. This is the third quarter-final of the day. After this will be the Czech Republic against Inglorious Legends from Pakistan. Promises to be another crack of a game. This game had all the expectation, but the Masegamy were just too strong. In the bowling department, restricted the Heritage Cricketers, who are a good team, to just 105. Opening the batting for the Masegamy is Peter Boyson and J.G. Ardenoff. It's going to be interesting to see who the Heritage Cricketers decide to open the bowling with. Maybe they should employ an all-spin attack to start. They've got some quality spinners in their lineup. A few minutes away from getting underway. Peter Boyson on strike. J.G. Ardenoff at the non-striker's end. This is quarterfinals day of the Last Man Stands World Champs. It's been 36 teams here this week. We know the two teams that have qualified today for tomorrow are the CPI Challengers from Bloemfontein and the Dhaka Warriors from Dhaka. All to play for you. Knockout cricket. Place in the grand final day tomorrow. 2 semi-finals. 8:30, 11 o'clock, and a big final at 2 p.m. sharp. So, just about to get underway. The opening bowler is SM Tufekul Hake. Just back of a length. Peter Boyson punching it to. Oh, is it? Peter Boyson had to get the dive out. He's a big man, so he's got back in safely. Pushed 2 straight away. So Masegamy off to open their account. 2 off the first ball. It's good running to get the dive in. Tulani at square leg, having none of it. Oh, comes down the wicket. Swing and a miss there from Peter Boyson. Making his intentions pretty clear that he's got to be positive. 105 is just not enough in a quarter-final with the strength of the Masegamy batting unit. Oh, good looking shot, just down to backward point, just for a single. So just an update from the other grounds here at Western Province Cricket Club. a played quarter-final between the New York Thunderbolts and the weakest link from Pakistan. New York Thunderbolts have posted 113 in their 20. Weakest link are currently 65 for 1, 9.4 overs, so it should be close finish. The Shield Bowl, All-Stars Singapore are taking on the BMC Victorians. So All-Stars are 70, posted 70 for 5 in their 10. BMC Victorians are cruising that 63 for 3 after 7.4. The game about to get underway is the Toronto Renegades against the BMC Decorans. So that's the first over out the way here at the Wally Wilson Oval. Score is 6 for 0. Peter Boyson 3 of 3. J.J. Arnold 3 of 2. So the next bowler to open, next bowler into the attack is Syed Makamal Ali. J.G. Arnold on strike. Neat looking shot just down to backward point, just for the single. Good throw there, straight over the stumps. Big man Peter Boyson on strike. He's had a good tournament. Solid up fronts every game. I've just heard in my earpiece that it is Syed Makamal Ali's birthday today, so happy birthday to him. I'm sure he's got all his fans from Bangladesh watching. I hope he has a great day. What a place to spend your birthday. In Cape Town, at a World Champs, under Table Mountain. Well bowled there by Ali. Peter Boyson just punching it into the ground, back to the bowler. Dot ball. As mentioned in the earlier broadcasts, the winner of this game will take on the CPI challengers from Bloemfontein. He's clipped it off his legs for 1 bounce 4. Classy shot that by Peter Boyson. 1 bounce 4 over square leg. Unbelievable shot that just seemed to have all the time in the world. Flicked it with his wrists. Beautiful day here in Cape Town. Sun's out, a bit windy, but there's no rain forecast. The weather is set fair for the remainder of the weekend. As we look at the balcony, it's full with all supporters, spectators, former players that have played this week, that have been knocked out, that are staying on to support the teams that are still in the tournaments. It's a great setup here at Western Province Cricket Club balcony with a fully stocked restaurant and bar. So 2 overs complete. Score is 15 for 0. Peter Boyson moves to 11 of 7. J.J. Arnold 4 of 4. The required rate is 91 of 90. So in theory, it should be a walk in the park for the Masagamy from the Highveld in Johannesburg. Just waiting for the website to update as to who the new bowler is. So Tarek Aziz is the new man into the attack. Good looking shot there. Cover drive out to a long off. Just for a single though. if you're wondering how to get involved in Last Man Stands, jump on the website, lastmanstands.com. You'll be directed to your country and city homepage. Register your details. And the local league manager or franchise owner will be in touch. J.G. Ardenov just driving it out, late cutting it out to backward point. He's a good player. He took some good catches today in the deep. We'll just edge down to third man. One bounce to Abdul. Late cut to third man again by J.G. Ardenov. Just for a single. Positive but cautious start here from the Masegamy. The wealth of experience that they bring to any game is vast. As you can see from the camera, it's pretty windy here in Cape Town. That's a great shot there by Peter Boyson. Leans back, smashes the 3 extra cover for 4. The bowler's not happy with himself ending the over like that. Peter Boyson is a quality player, playing it late underneath his eyes. So 3 overs complete. The score moves to 23 for naught. Peter Boyson not out, 17 of 10. J.G. Ardenov 6 of 6. Now the required rate is 83 of 85. So as we wait for the scorecard to update, looks like there might be a change of bowler. As you can see that the beautiful mountain in the background just covered with a bit of cloud. The new bowler just getting his feels right. So the new bowler is Mohammad Marzan Buihan. Looks like he's a left arm orthodox spinner, bowling left arm over. Well bowled, good start there. J.G. Ardenov just clipping it down to backward square leg for a single. One feels that Peter Boyson is going to take the attack to Buyan. As a spinner, the strides he gets in, be tough to get your line and length right. Cover drive out to the man at extra cover for just the single. Neat little shot down to fine leg. Will get back for 2. This is a quarter-final. Losers going home. Good looking shot there by JG Aronov. Rocks back, punches it out to the man at the extra cover boundary for a single. Tidy start this by Marzan Buhan. Just punch down the ground to long on for a single by Peter Boyson. So after 4 overs, the score moves to 29 for naught. Peter Boyson 19 of 12. JJ Aronov 10 of 9. Required rate 77 off 80 balls. So Masegamy guys controlling the run chase here. Just not enough runs on the board for any pressure to be created by the Heritage cricketers, unless there's going to be a few early wickets. Ooh. So is chucking the ball back to the bowler, the batter, to Peter Boyce, trying to run him out. Showing that he's in the contest is. He's gone for the bouncer. Peter Boyson just stands back and smacks it back to long on for a single. Well bowled there by Aziz. Kept a bit low there. JJ Arden for just showing Peter Boyson just kept a bit low. Then maybe he's trying to play the wrong shot, should be getting forward, hitting it down the ground. Good shot there by J. Arnov. Cut down to backward point for a single. Great shot there by Peter Boyson. Aziz has gone for the bouncer. Almost Peter Boyson seemed he was waiting for the short ball. Dispatches it over. Backward square leg for 1 bounce 4. Unbelievable shot that there from the big man. So that's the end of another over. Score is 35 for naught. Peter Boyson not out 24 of 15. JJ Ardenov striking at 100%, 11 of 11. This is the third quarterfinal of the day between Masegamy and the Heritage cricketers. First game of the day we had the CPR Challengers from Bloemfontein taking on the Black Eagles from London. CPR Challengers defended 137. The second game of the day we had the Rebels against Dhaka Warriors. Dhaka Warriors getting over the line there. So they are through to finals day tomorrow, both of those teams. So Buhan starts with 1 off the first ball. That's well bowled there by Buhan. Peter Boyson just big stride in, just pushing it back past the bowler for a single. Buhan just dragging it down a bit, but he has got protection out there on the extra cover fence. Just a single. Okay, he's dragged one short down, but there's a man out there on the square leg boundary, so Buhan lucky to get away with just a single off that ball. Peter Boyson didn't quite get hold of it. Oh, it's a big appeal. Bowlers asking for the LBW. Umpire Quasi signalling leg by. Just looked like it might have been sliding down the leg side. Oh, that's definitely going down leg. Good decision there by umpire Quasi. So 6 overs complete. Score is 40 for naught. So we look at that again. Ooh. Could have been hitting. Umpire Quasi wasn't certain, so he's given the batsman the benefit of the doubt. Peter Boyson not out 26 or 17. JJ Ardenhoff 13 or 14. Well played there by JJ Ardenhoff. Just clips it down to backward square leg for a single. The new Tuffel Hack bowling his second over. It's very tidy first over, just went for 7. As we see the last 10 balls, the scoreboard has been ticking over, but there haven't been too many boundaries. Oh, swing and a miss there by Peter Boyson. Well bowled by Tuffel Hack. Just mixing it up. That's what's key to last man stands as a bowler, is to try vary your line length and pace each ball, just so the batsman doesn't get used to you. Oh, good looking shot there by Peter Boyson. Slapping it out to the man in the extra cover boundary. Well bowled there. Looks like he's rolled his fingers over the seam of the slow ball. JG Ardenhoff just able to nudge it into a vacant mid-wicket for a single. It's a full toss. Has Peter Boyson it straight down mid-wicket's throat. That's a great catch on the boundary. So that's the end of the innings for Peter Boyson. Didn't quite middle it. Not a great ball, but it is a wicket. There is no comment section in the scorebook. And that's a big wicket for the Heritage cricketers. Masegamy lose their first wicket on 43. So the next man in comes into a pretty well laid platform. It was a decent opening partnership there with Peter Boyson and JJ Ardenhoff. So the Heritage cricketers having a quick chat. Ronnie giving the inspirational team talk he always does, telling the guys that it's not over just yet. A few more wickets might set a cat amongst the pigeons. As you can see by the Heritage cricketers' clothing, it is windy here in Cape Town. It's a southeaster, I believe, up to about between 40 and 45 kilometers later this afternoon. The new man in is Joandre Johnson. So the required rate is still 63 off 65. So 7 overs complete. The score is 43 for 1. JJ Ardenhoff still there. 15 off 16. He'll be looking to get a nod out here and take his team home. So the new bowler, Rattan Das going to bowl his first over. Right arm off spinner. Just drags it down a bit. JG Aronov rocks back. Slaps it out to car corner. So the new man, John J. Johnson, on strike. Ooh, well bowled there by Rattan Das. Just getting it past the outside edge here in a dot ball. John J. Johnson just clipping it out to car corner for a single.
So 47 for 1 after the 8th over. Heritage just coming back into this game, yeah. That will really be ruining the fact that they didn't get that extra 20. 125, 130, they'd be in the game, yeah. New batsman, Jandre Johnson. He's a clean striker of the ball. Very talented young man. Beautifully punched over the bowler's head for a single down the ground. They need another wicket before the turn. They need to try and get the run rate above 6. The only way they're going to do that is by picking up the odd wicket. At the moment, it's very comfortable for the Masegamy. So assist to continue. Oh, that one just keeping low. So suddenly, as we thought this game was just heading to a one-sided win for Masegamy, I just feel that there's just a little bit of pressure, not a lot. The win ratio was 94 to 6%. It's come down to 87 to 13. So Masegamy still clear favourites, but it's cut away. That could be relief some pressure there. Just the two though. And I'm joined in the commentary box by our impact commentator, the commentator of the tournament. Stay tuned, folks. This is going to get interesting. Ricky, welcome.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Ricky in a box. Excited to be here. Beautiful day out here. Blue skies. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Ricky in the house. Glad to be here on the main oval. While we look at that, nice to be here. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you for having me. Oh, last man stands being all world champs, Cape Town. Absolute blast as we see the bowler running in here. Ardendorf playing a good back foot cut shot straight to the fielder, just for one.
So Ricky, you've
Yes,
been
sir.
around the grounds. You've been on the YMCA Oval, on LMS TV3. You've done a few stints on LMS TV1. Can you just share a little bit of insight into your feelings about this tournament and some of your highlights as we watch the final over of the first half of this run chase?
Yes, Wayne, thank you for having me. Just to clarify that, YMCA, I haven't done a few stunts there. I call it my home, actually. I feel like I've been living there in a tent under my scaffolding the last 6 days. It's been an absolute blast. As we see the bowler running in there. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, in between. Yes, Wayne, just to continue again. World champs, what a tournament. Having 36 teams here. From all different countries, all parts of the world. It's been unbelievable. It's been awesome. Bowler running in here. Arendorf on the back foot. To the bowler. Good. This is a good bowler here.
Ricky, it's just starting to get, I'll let you continue in a second, but it's just starting to tighten up. They're still the favourites, but suddenly there's a little bit of hope here for the Heritage, isn't there?
Take nothing away from the bowler. He's bowling a good length. There's 2 dot balls in a row, putting a little bit of pressure on Mr. Arendorf here. As we see the off the outside edge, here at the back to third man, just for a single. Yes, Masegamy is cruising along here, but this is a bit, the run rate's a bit slow, not that what we used to. They normally finish this game off in a hurry, flash, big shots. But now it looks like they're just taking their time, maybe batting for averages here. That one goes down the leg side. And as we talk, that's a commentator's curse. Giving praise where it's due. Pushes one down the leg side. Getting back to YMCA. Wow, it's been an absolute blast down there. Been loving every minute of it. No, I think actually every second. Because every second I'm ducking and diving, balls coming at me. Bowler coming in. Arendorf on the drive. Punches it in the covers. Takes one.
So Ricky, just so the viewers at home onto where we're using 3 fields at the Western Province Cricket Club. You were on pitch 3, running a one camera production, but you weren't only the cameraman and the commentator. What were your other roles on that pitch?
Let's wait for the bowler to finish up this over, because all my roles will not be able to in these 2 balls. Too much rolls over there. Arendorf on the back foot, punches in the cover. Very good ball from the bowler, Mukala Ali. Just bringing the ball one back. Arendorf on the back foot just punches it. Yes, Wayne, thank you for that. Just coming back to YMCA, my role. Where do I start? AOZ. It's unbelievable down there. What an awesome tournament. Firstly, day 6 of cricket. We had 2 days of rained out. But nonetheless, that we look at the skies today, blue skies. We never say all our games was rained out yesterday. But going back to YMCA, my roles, okay. Started off as live streamer, started chatting with the boys, quickly became famous among the players, taking selfies, talking to families in Bangladesh, Pakistan, New Zealand, all over the world. It's wow, and the best part of it all, going into a hotel, like walking around the hotel, ducking, diving, plays in lifts and all this, not avoiding them, it's just they're all so overwhelmed with this tournament. It's been an absolute cracker of a tournament. I haven't spoken to one player that didn't enjoy this tournament. Everyone's smiling, they're excited, they're happy to be. I had one team from Pakistan, he says, Table Mountain looks exactly like the picture. I can't believe that.
I think you've been a big part of this tournament, Ricky, and a lot of special memories for the teams. We've got an unbelievable backdrop here to play on the main oval. You've got the Gary Kirsten Oval. Everyone knows Gary Kirsten is in the YMCA Oval. Is the 3rd pitch here, and you provided a unique experience for the players out there.
As we see that, Arendorf, nice cover drive down the ground just for a 1. What team at the crease is still. Now Arendorf, take a strike now. Apologies, that was Johnson. Plays it behind. Arendorf, just a 1. Yes, the YMCA it's a bit tricky. You got your camera, and you've got a lot of teams, a lot of balls flying around. So not only are you doing live stream, you're doing commentary. As we just see this ball coming through. Oh, play and miss, good ball. Ratan does, that's a very good ball, sir. So live commentary, and then if to your viewers, explain to them what's happening on the field. But overall, no complaints. I just loved every minute being part of the World Champs, entertaining the crowd down there. Every game, all the teams are coming to me, giving me hugs, selfies, kisses. Today I've got Energate, Hotters. I've got a box of slips for one of the teams. They said
The boxers, they've heard your voice. I would say that's deteriorating. Not the quality of the commentary is as high as ever, but the voice is deteriorating there.
I think so, but one day of rest done me well, I guess.
Yeah. No, it's just like the players. They need a rest. The commentators also need a rest.
Definitely, this game is high-packed, interesting, and its energy is unbelievable. You would never say that. T20, 8 players on the field, but you can get entertained. As we see the new bowler. Top edge, going to third man, but it's not carrying. Who is that? Jean-Andre Johnson, going for a booming drive. Getting a top edge, leading to third man, just short of the fielder. But yeah, Wayne, what an unbelievable tournament we have. 36 teams entering. As we see Buyan coming in. Cut in the covers. Is it between two field? Will they push for 2? They'll just settle for a 1.
Ricky, talk us through that last 10 balls of the timeline there.
It's a bit difficult because I'm thinking about the YMCA. Loving my time here, but this last Masegamy cruising along here, but I feel like Heritage Cricket is slowly building pressure. As we say that, he launches one massive 1 bounce, 2 bounce into our side screen for 4 runs. Quality shot. Inside out, straight back. As we see that ball flying down the boundary. 1, 2, 4 runs. Quality shot. Jean-Andre Johnson joining in on the act now. The last few balls just been a bit slow there, Wayne.
Yeah, he just got
need to up the run rate a bit.
Yeah, I think as long as it stays a runner ball, they'll be happy. But from the outset, they only needed a runner ball. So Heritage have done well just to stay in this game. Obviously, they're massive underdogs, but they haven't given up, and they're making Masegamy win this game, which is great to see.
As we see, Jean-Andre just gentle push down the ground just for 1. Yes, Masegamy don't need to go all out, whacking every ball. They literally need a runner ball. But take nothing away from Heritage cricketers. They're not going down without the fight. They are fighting here. Now we see required runs, 40 runs or 40 balls. But maybe the Masegamy is just taking it easy. But I think you also have to give respect where it's due. Heritage cricketers are bowling very well.
They are bowling well. It's a tough one. Maybe there's argument to try and get one of the fields on the offside end and maybe try and get an unforced error, or maybe get the mid-on up and try and get the batsman to try and hit over the mid-on fielder into the wind and maybe get an unforced error. But they're going to need a wicket or 2 just to get some nerves in the Masegamy camp.
As we see, John just dropping that one just there on the leg side, just for a 1. And when you were 100% there, if Heritage cricketers want to win this game or make an impact in this game, they have to do some tactics. Maybe bring in the cover fielder, force the batsman to maybe play over the fielder. Maybe bring one of the leg sides open, just to try something to break this partnership. Yeah. They still got wickets in hand, so Masegamy is cruising along here, so they have to do something to break the shackles. Yeah, as we see that one, just short, falls in no man's land, and they get to the 1. This is too easy for them.
Yeah, maybe see even if it's not every ball, it's just the occasional ball, maybe just trying to get inside the batsman's head. You don't even really have to have a tactic as such. You make them think you have a tactic, and you move a player in and you whisper in the fielder's ear. You can maybe just tell him, what are you doing for dinner tonight? And the batsman thinks you actually got some tactics in mind. Just try and get in the head a bit.
See that one, good ball, fielding, very good fielding. Yes, 100%, yeah. When this game is like this, it's an easy game. It's a run a ball game, easy stuff. Just do something different. Maybe bring a fielder in, have someone talking to the batsman's ear, keeper. Just talk about to the batsman's bowlers. Just do something different. Create a spark. And you never know. If you get 1 wicket, 1 can bring 2. And the old thing says, 1 brings 2, then you go bang, bang. Pressure on Masegamy. But take nothing away. This has been an unbelievable tournament. And this has been good cricket so far. all 3 games. This is the 3rd game now on the main oval today. It's been easy, fairly easy, as the guys know what they are. They know what to do.
Yeah. And the contrast here, to win a World Champs, we always say that you have to be able to play all conditions. YMCA, the field that you're on, is a smaller one, and scores of about 180, 190 sometimes were being chased down. Even scores of 200 were chased down on that oval. Now you're coming onto a wicket where the ball was doing a bit, and you've got to play sort of a more club cricket type inning. So it really does test the skills and the mental capacity of teams.
Oh, that's a good ball. Did he get edge on it? That's 4 runs. No edge. Yes, edge off the bat. Let's just double check that. Goes inside out. Yes, big edge. Down the ground, 4 runs. Heritage cricketers, maybe that's one of the tactics they can maybe try, to bring in a slip, open a pocket up, force the batsman to maybe see or chase a pocket and maybe create a wicket. But they're going to have to do something. They have to create chances.
Yeah, and it's just
not going to come to them.
It's unfortunate for them there because the runs required 33 of 35. And probably deserved a wicket there. So what I do admire is they've taken this game deep. I would have thought that Masegamy would have already won the game by now. 13 overs, chasing 100, and they've just given themselves a chance. If they can pick up a wicket or 2.
That's a quality shot. Just straight through the cover, just for the 1.
He's got good hands, doesn't he, John?
Quality, quick hands, eh?
Yeah.
Quick through the ball. Very fast hands. It's like whoop through the wrist. As we see the bowler, Ratan Das coming. Plays it behind, just to the field on 3rd man there for a single. But maybe if you look at it at a different angle, Masagamy know they're in control. Maybe giving these 2 batsmen maybe confidence to spend some time out in the middle. Get middle practice, because there's nothing like a middle practice out team.
Yeah.
So maybe getting some time out there, getting the batsmen to have confidence, get some confidence, build up to tomorrow's big finals. Tomorrow is where all the fireworks goes off. We're going to lit up Cape Town on a Sunday afternoon. That's where it's all happening. Where's the Province Cricket Club? Quick hands, wrist through the ball, straight to the field, just for 1.
So we're in Cape Town. For those of you joined the footage, Ricky, you involved in the Cape Town League. Maybe you can just tell us a little bit about Last Man Stands in Cape Town.
In Cape Town, we've got Western Cape. We're currently running leagues at Pioneers Cricket Club. Oh, what a good ball! Yes, for our viewers that don't know, we got Last Man Stands in the Western Cape. It's run by one of our league managers, Hendrik van der Merwe. Or you can just WhatsApp me or Facebook message me. I will get you signed up and get you sorted out. Work alongside Hendrik van der Merwe. We've got Pioneers Cricket Club, where we do on Sundays. We've got Bellville Cricket Club, also Sundays. We've got Somerset West, and we also got Kraaifontein Cricket Club, which is also on Sundays. We are trying to grow with the cricket club, so we're looking to maybe starting maybe somewhere in the West Coast to get maybe those people on the West Coast involved. We need to grow Western Cape because the demand for LM is in the brand that's growing there. We want to get more people involved. So, yeah, if you're keen after this World Champs, look at my Facebook. I've been sharing it. Hendrik, you can reach us out on Last Man Stand Cape Town. If you cannot get us there, just WhatsApp me, follow me on Facebook, go on our websites. We've got leagues all over the globe, all different countries. But wow, what an awesome game! Fast-paced, 2 hours, done and done, in and out.
Yeah, no, thank you, Ricky, and that's great. And the World Champs, we will be back here this time next year, and hopefully we'll see a few more Cape Town teams going deep. Kamikaze Bumblebees looked a good outfit. Oh, well bowled here. So
very good goal. Mokka Ali, that's a great ball, sir.
So I was going to say, at the start of this over, if they can just find an over that maybe goes just for 1 or 2 and then pick up a wicket, they're still behind the game, but suddenly just maybe there could be squeaky bum time for the Masegamy. You never know. You just never know. Take it as deep as possible. Dot ball here is needed.
And as we see a big
shot coming around.
The catch.
Oh, we're talking about it.
Well done, sir. Is that the breakthrough that they needed? they've been slowly building up to this. They've been building pressure because there wasn't big shots. They were just playing one run. As we look at the replay, a little shimmy down the track over Carl corner, straight down the fielder's throat. Little few steps back. Thank you. I will take that. Go take a shower, so thank you for coming. As he walks back to his dugout over there. Yeah, Masegamy is not out of it.
So watch the replay here.
Flicks it down to Carl.
So we're going to look at that timeline here, and
Looks like it was a full toss over there. Look at that pressure there. The last 10 balls we got 1, 4.
the
1,
4 was
1.
at the off the outside edge, wasn't it?
And then 3 dot balls and then a wicket. That was slowly they were building the pressure the last 10 balls. As we see Marco van Biljoen, this guy can hit a long ball. Tall, lanky batsman, but a long levers arms. So when he hits through the ball, it's always traveling. First day in the Oval, this guy smoked one onto the hockey fields. That was a massive shot. Heritage cricketers getting their second wicket of the game. 1 brings 2. Pressure's on. Mr. Ali, well done, sir. Good ball. That's quality cricket. That is a great shot.
That's good bowling, good batting.
That's good. That's good LMS cricket all around.
And 28 of 26, so there's a gap of 2. So the first time for a while that the runs required is more than balls. That's not a run rate to worry about, but they'll just want to get the gap to 3, then 4, then 5, and then suddenly the pressure builds.
That's correct, Wayne. As you can see, the last 10 balls and they got the wicket. Look at that quality shot there. That's unbelievable. That's a top shot, sir. Jean-Andre Johnson just riding the ball, just cutting it there backward. Look at that, riding, using the bowler's pace behind point for 4. Oh, that's a quality shot.
And it's good composure because you see some players, as the pressure comes on, they feel that they need to go hard, and he's just very aware that he's hitting with the wind, keeps his eye on the ball, and that's just run off the face of the bat, and that's a high-class shot.
That's an elegant shot.
Yeah, and it's just, yes, it doesn't look like a tough toss, but there's a lot on the line here. It's a spot in the finals day, so there's still pressure, and there were just a few dots and a few wickets, or 1 wicket, and the run rate required was on the up, so he could easily have tried something different, but he just kept his composure, and that boundary puts the run rate less than 1 a ball again.
As we see the new bowler now, Rantan Das, coming around the wicket. Just a 1 punch down the ground. Yes, Wayne, just to go back to that wicket, as we saw, it was 3 dot balls, then a wicket, and then I ran a single. To have the confidence, knowing that you had 10 solid balls, and using the batsman, the bowler's pace, and just running it down, that's a quality shot. As we see, just punches one of the back foot into covers, just for 1 run.
So, Jandre Johnson, just 21 of 21, but he looks like a really good player to watch. Elegant player, plays the ball late, and he's obviously playing within himself based on the score that they're chasing.
Marco van Biljoen, little shimmy down, fielder fumbles, but it's a great stop. There are 4 runs written all over that ball. Marco van Biljoen, great shot, sir. Welcome to the crease.
And they play a very professional brand of LMS cricket. You get some teams that come out blazing, but they just play good cricket shots, do the Masegamy boys.
Look at that. Back foot defense shot. Respect where it's due. That's a good ball. I don't need to force anything here. We're on top. I can defend 1. I can afford to defend 1. Here is these cricketers. They just need another 10 balls with a few dots in there. Build pressure again. Masegamy right on top here. 86 for 2. As we see that, Marco van Biljoen
what a shot.
Launches 1 massive shot over the side screen. Wow. Marco van Biljoen. No sighters here, eh?
That's a great shot,
That's
Ricky.
a quality shot.
And
Nice.
you say no sighters, but he's sort of given him 3 or 4 to get in. He hasn't just come down the wicket. The
First ball, yeah.
The previous one, he's just gone back in his feet, played a regulation block, and now he's
And
come.
the very next ball
Yeah.
just runs down the track, he pumps it straight back
Yeah.
over the side screen. Quality shot.
And I think you read in the game as well. Well, they've got lots of wickets in hand, so you probably don't want to need 10 of 10, do you?
Why risk?
Why? So you're able to take. I know if he hits it down long on straight, we'll probably criticise him for playing the shot, but I think that's broken the game. I think it's going to take a miracle effort now for the Heritage to get over the line, and now they really can just knock it around.
Yes, now they can just play the runner ball now. They need 14 of 20 at the Chris Jandre Johnson, 21 of 20. Marco van Balloon, 10 of 5. Heritage Cricketers bowling. Tarak Aziz bowling now. There we go. That's all they have to do now. Just play runner ball. Easy game now. Heritage Cricketers, this is the time where you have to do some tactical. Even if it's not tactical, just try something different. Try and buy a wicket here. Just get one wicket. See if you can put some pressure on the team again. But chasing 105, we always knew that was a walk in the park with Masegamy. Quality outfit. Been a part of the LMS family for a long time as well. A lot of experience and wild guys in that size.
Yeah, so Ricky, if I was the captain, I'd get the mid on up. I'd get the third man up. No, not the third man, so I'd get the mid off up. And I would try and play on the... Not saying there's ego, but no batsman wants to just block one to mid off. So try and get Masegamy to try and hit it over the mid on and mid off. Maybe try and get them to make a play that they don't want to do. And at the moment, from what I've seen from Jandre Johnson, he's happy to knock it down the ground for one. He might surprise me here, but I think he's just going to look for another single.
Oh, as we said, he
that's
does
a
a
great
beautiful
shot. What a
shot. Back foot punch through cover. Beautiful fall.
And Ricky, that's just a regulation cricket shot, isn't it?
That's it. Everyone says LMS just hit out of the park. Look at that. That's elegant. Off the back foot punch through cover for 4. No, this is cricket, ladies and gentlemen. Last man stands. Masegamy playing a quality club cricket innings over here. And chasing a small score, no need to wink across the line, false shot. That is a top-class shot.
And
Beautiful.
I don't think he was really too... That wasn't a case of, I need to hit this for 4. He just saw one in his area, leant back on it, timed it, and he got his just reward.
That's it. Like any cricketer would do. See, bad ball, put it away. Good ball, defend it. If it's not there, rotate it. That's it. Simple cricket. There's no difference. Oh, and there we go. That's what they need. That's good backup from the keeper there.
Yeah.
They're going for it directly. Good cricket all around. Masagamys. Look at the replay here. Punches it back to the bowler. They wants to come down. Quick release from bowler. Keeper, nice backing up there. If the keeper missed the ball, it's going all the way down there for fine leg for 4 runs. 4 overthrows and the game is over. Heritage Cricketers, playoff game. Winner goes through, losers go home. Unfortunately, thank you for being part of the World Champs. Punch of the back foot. Behind point just for 1.
He's a very stylish player, Jandre Johnson.
Quality.
Yeah. And I like the sportsmanship there. Bit of a smile from the previous ball where he tried to throw the stumps down. And it's great to see. They obviously competitive out there, but the game's been played in a good spirit, and I'm sure the two teams are going to have a quiet drink together after this game. And Ricky, talking about quiet drinks, have you managed to have a bit of relax during this tournament, or has it been all system go for you?
All systems go. Unforced error yesterday with the rain. Forced to take a break. Giving time. Yesterday, a lot of rooibos and honey to get back on track. Took some time off this morning on a YMCA, not commentating, but getting my camera out there on my job, on my spot, making sure all my players and fielders, my field, getting back to my job, field management. I went down to the Gary Curson. I made sure the toilets are clean for our players. Oh, what a good ball. Yeah, let's take a single. Wasn't sure if the ball was in the bowler's hand.
So the final game on this field is going to be Czech Republic, and they against the Inglorious Legends. Have either of those teams or both of those teams have visited your YMC Oval on the third pitch?
Yes, Czech Republic. I had the wonderful privilege to see 2 of Czech Republic's games. One of the teams that I had the honor to speak to their family, which had about 20 people sitting in a lounge talking to me, saying to me, wow, commentary is awesome. And I could understand half of the stuff they're telling me, but just to seeing the smile and the joys and the players talking to their families, saying like, it's such a wonderful tournament, they're enjoying it. So yeah, what we bring to the table is so much different. As we see, he does it again. Chandra Johnson just using the pace. Great running, come back. Good fielding, little fumble on the boundary. Just 2 runs. But again, he's just riding the ball. Down to Thurman. Yes, take Republic, going back, take nothing from them. Quality outfit.
And who you backing in that game? You've also, I think, you were on commentary when Inglorious Legends were taking on the Ush in a close game. Inglorious Legends from Lahore. Would you have any team that you see as the favourite going to that game?
That's a quality shot there, sir, on the back foot punch. I had the opportunity to watch 2 of Czech Republic's games at the YMCA, smaller field, and they have some quality batsmen in the side. And I had the opportunity to spend some time with our co-commentator Brian that used to run the Gary Kirsten. He's not with us today. We wish his sister all the well wishes on a wedding over there today. And I watched Czech Republic finishing off the game with a cut shot for 6. And what I can tell you, they're a quality outfit. Inglorious are in for a big challenge on that game. It's not going to be easy.
Okay, so without saying it directly, you basically told me that Czech Republic are going to win the game easily.
Yes, apparently on commentary you're not allowed to pick sides. You cannot be biased. You must explain the game as it is. So
I'm backing the boys from Lahore in that game there, Ricky.
Okay, so we got a deal on Mr. Wayne.
Now they have got the mid on up. Maybe a bit too little too late.
Oh, look at that. That's quality. Just runs it down off the face for a single, and that should be game over. Game over. Well done, Masegamy. Great game. Unlucky Heritage cricketers. But we always knew that Masegamy, this is going to be a big challenge for them.
And they through to the finals day. They're going to be taking CPR challenges from Bloomsford and all South African affair on the one half of the draw. And on the other half of the draw, which I'm sure will be coming up shortly, we've got one team from Bangladesh already through to the finals day as we look at it there. And we've got one game to be played, and that's going to be Czech Republic against Inglorious Legends from Pakistan. Both teams very similar ranking. Czech Republic ranked 48 in the world, Inglorious Legends ranked 53. And out of over 5,000 teams, it shows that we've got the cream of the crop here in Cape Town. Earlier in the day, the CPR challengers from Bloemfontein overcome Black Eagles from London. And then we had the Dhaka Warriors overcoming the world number 2 side, the Rebels. That was a really good game with Dhaka Warriors winning it in the penultimate over. And then Masagamy have just beaten Heritage cricketers. Heritage just not getting enough runs on the board. They fought gallantly, but just not enough. And in the final game of the day, we got Czech Republic, who Ricky says are favourites for that game.
Most definitely.
I'm not convinced they are, but all going to come down to what happens on the field. And the guys from Lahore, they're competitors. They might not have the firepower and the talent that's in the Czech Republic team, but they've got the experience and they've got some gutsy characters who will be looking to use all the experience. 3 players in that team have played over 600 games. If we look at the batting lineup, Ricky, talk us through the...
Peter Boyson opened the batting there, 27 of 20 balls. He got caught, bowled by Bihak. J.J. Arendorf, 32 runs of 36 balls. That was a vital partnership that Heritage cricketers had to break over there. J.J. Arendorf and Chandra Johnson putting on a very good partnership. 32 of 36 balls. Chandra Johnson, 31 of 28 balls. Marco van Biljoen, 14 of 9 balls. But the partnership there, Arendorf, as we see the bowlers here now. Wayne, this is a little too late here. I feel that the Heritage cricketers didn't try too much. They should have tried more tactics to see if they can buy a wicket. See if they could draw out a false shot, maybe a top edge or maybe a false across the line, getting something. Try something.
Yeah,
make the game interesting.
105, you're always going to be up against it. I think
Most definitely.
I think the batting is where they really cost themselves. They've taken it as deep as possible, 18.1 overs. But
yes, exactly. Take nothing away from that.
Yeah, I just think another 20 runs, we said it on commentary, 125 would have enforced Masagamy to maybe play out of their comfort zone, but we just saw all 4 batsmen used. We're just literally using it like a net. There's no scoreboard pressure.
Exactly.
And you see the Czech Republic guys warming up there. Lots of stretches. Ricky, that looked like a bit like you on the YMCA Oval before day 1. You were getting yourself ready.
Yes, that was me. And even the other day, I had a little jog all the way up to the main house, all the way back down again. But as we see Czech Republic warming up there, look at that quality stuff there. Heritage cricketers taking a team photo there for the family at home, all the supporters. And Glorious down here also warming up here.
Okay, and we're going to wrap up this commentary here. This has been an unbelievable day of cricket so far. There's been 2 one-sided quarterfinals. There's been a close quarterfinal. We've got 1 to come, and that's us from Western Province Cricket Club. We'll be back shortly.
Thank you, Wayne. Thank you to all our guys here behind the scenes. Thank you for everyone involved. Next game up, Czech Republic, Inglorious Legend. Don't go away. This is going to be a cracker. Bangladeshi versus Pakistani.